Hello everyone! Hello, it's been forever. Just setting everything up. Well, I see we already have a few people online. Hello, hello. How are we doing? I always have trouble sending the links out. We're almost all set, guys. Just finishing up some stuff. I think one of the biggest issues I have is trying to learn to share this to all of my my social media. Alright, I think we're all set. Well, anyway, hello everyone. How are we doing today? We have arrived. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I've last streamed. But anyway, I figure that it is time to continue on with the game. So, in case anybody has wanted to ask, yes, I did put Tiger Root into the title of this this video. In case anybody who has not been here before, well, first of all, welcome to my stream. I hope you enjoy what you like. And secondly, as for that out of the way, I decided to go with Guardian Tiger's Root first. For one, I feel like it makes the most sense in the story-wise. Secondly, I just figured to get out the way, because, well, there is no one character, there's obviously the character I like the most is Suichi Senpai, also known as Leopard Cat. But, the other two I'm kind of mixed on. I like both of them. All the characters in this game, the love interest, I really have not too many issues with any of them per se. But I figured to go with Tiger because I feel like it made the most sense, honestly. And since I feel like a lot of the choices we've made have been kind of leaning towards him, I figured it wouldn't hurt to continue on with his story and just make it. Now, I'm unsure about how I want to do this. I'm not sure if I want to just do Tiger's route, whatever. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just do all of his choices and get them out the way, or if I want to do him, then the other, Cloud Leopard and Suichi Senpai, and get their good endings, and then go back and get the bad endings. But I'm leaning more towards getting Tiger's route and doing all of his choices, including the bad ones. I'm trying to remember. As far as I know, I think he has 2 good and 2 bad endings. I think. Or not really bad endings, but they're bad according to the story. But we'll get to it though. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get the best ending or the good ending at least right now, and then we'll go from there, I guess. I'm not sure how much longer we have. I don't think we have that much longer left in this game. I think we're getting pretty close to the end. I'm gonna try to finish today. Do the best of my ability to finish today. Hopefully, we will. I've really been enjoying this game, but I do feel like I owe my people that have been following an apology. I've been having some personal issues going on, and it's been making me making it a bit difficult to stream, or more like the motivation to stream. I do appreciate everybody who stayed. As far as I know, I haven't lost any followers since I went on my little hiatus or breaks, so I do appreciate that. But I think without further ado, I think we all know what we really came here for. We came here for some beefy or bara men. So without any further ado, let's get that started. Load. I believe it's the cafeteria. I think we left off one. So without any further ado, let's get that started. Just to make sure everything's working real quick. And like I said, guys, if anything ends up seeming like it's a little bit too loud or not loud enough, please let me know so I can adjust accordingly. I walk into the cafeteria ready for lunch. Suddenly, a strange person? Oh, we got another spirit. Come on, I have to be seeing things. Is that a lizard man? That's definitely a lizard man. Okay, I know I can see spirits, and I know I should have expected to see more of them at some point. But a lizard man? No fantasy novel could prepare me to see one of those in real life. Hey, Tiger, you see that? Oh, you mean the yaoguai over there. A yaoguai? A lizard yaoguai? Lizard, close enough. You seem to be surprised. What, shouldn't I be surprised? That's a lizard man! Am I supposed to see a lizard man at school? Liao, it's normal to see yaoguai everywhere. They're part of everyday life. Hold on, why have you never told me this before? Normally, yaoguai won't even get close to us. They avoid guardian tigers like the plague, and run like hell when they see one. You should totally ask him about it. I should ask him? Cloud and Leopard doesn't seem too happy about this. Leopard looks troubled. I can tell he doesn't want to go near the yaoguai. Now I'm a bit nervous. Why would Senpai want me to talk to him? It's fine, Liao. I really don't think this guy is a bad yaoguai. Oh, so there are good and bad yaoguai? Well, certainly, gods and yaoguai are not entirely different after all. They both originate from the heavens and earth, chi of varying forms. But a god cannot be a god without their worshippers. Consequently, there are more yaoguai than gods. There are absolutely some bad yaoguai. You've definitely heard about them, but most yaoguai are actually neither good or bad. As for this one, I would agree that you should talk to them. It could prove interesting. Oh, why do I do that? Every time I forget to mute. I forget to put my my Steam profile on D&D. I always do that. Sorry about that. And as you can see, I've already played this game like twice. I've already got 2 achievements. Again, I played this game before. I played this game more off of Steam than on Steam. Honestly, I'm not gonna even lie. I played it more because of the NSFW version is not on Steam. Then after I played it, I kind of realized the SFW version is a little bit better. Like I said, we'll get to that. I said in a few videos. We'll get to that when we get to the last route. Interesting. Granted, I'm kind of interested in him too. Liao, you already have 3 beautiful, beefy men. Do you need another one? You were such a horn dog. You were such a horn dog. Alright, let's give this asking thing a shot. Excuse me. Hello? I walk to the lizard man and attempt to greet him, trying my hardest to be welcoming. He gives me his attention, and then the second look, suddenly his whole body is trembling. I don't know if I ever said I really think the art for this game is fantastic. Honestly, that's one of the biggest things that draws me to it. Like, it's nice to have a game that's good story and art. Usually it's either you have good story or crappy art, or really good art and crappy story. But this game does a good job of having both. All the designs look very well. Alright, I'm not sure how I should give this guy's voice. I know my voice is. I feel like some of my voices have been sounding kind of the same, but I do want to give him a good voice. Hello. He looks behind me with suspicion. I know what he's looking at. Can I sit here, bro? Yes, certainly. Alrighty, Leah, we can sit down. We take the seats in front of the lizard man. Tiger's standing behind me, and I can see Leopard stand behind the lizard man. He's all the more nervous for it, and I can see why. We're practically got him surrounded at this point. Well, this sucks. There goes my plan not to threaten him. So, may I help you? Sorry about this. I'm just a bit curious, so I wanted to ask you. I mean, are you a yaoguai? I try to keep my voice down. I don't want to embarrass him, or more importantly, myself. Yes, and you are? Oh, sorry for not introducing myself already. I'm actually just a student here, but recently I've been able to see yaoguai like yourself. So I couldn't help but talk with you. Okay, guys, I think it's working now. Really sorry about that. Hello? Okay, I think we're back. Really sorry about that. I don't know what it is with me streaming, but it doesn't seem to work well. And I don't have really bad internet. My internet's pretty good, actually. But, so, hopefully, not too many people got annoyed. Anyway. My pseudonym is Randolph. I'm an artist. An artist? Right, I came here today to visit a professor of history at this college. So you're a yaoguai artist who has come to visit a professor at my college? Okay. Yes, does it seem strange? It does. It does. I didn't mean that. It was rude of me to come up and disturb you like this. I'm so sorry. I saw what I said and made him visibly nervous, so I tried to apologize as best as I can. I've just got to think about how this would be for him. We just show up all of a sudden, surround him, and then ask him whether he's a yaoguai. It's pretty forward of us. It's okay, please don't mind. I like talking with people. So, why did you choose to become an artist? It seems like that's special for a yaoguai. I never thought about meeting a medium with guardian tigers in a college either. And the gentleman behind me, I'm not sure who he is, but I can feel that he's a very powerful spirit. It might be time for introductions, no? Of course! My family's a Jitong family. We've served guardian tigers for generations. The man behind me is the guardian tiger who's come with me to Taipei all the way from my hometown. Or should I say, he came along with the statue I brought to Taipei. The other guy behind you is the one who opened my eyes to all this. He's a spirit from the Rukai tribe who wanted my help, so he gave me this ability. Since then, I've been able to see all the gods, and I guess yaoguai like yourself. Finally, this is my senpai. He's a leopard cat guardian tiger who also wants my help to rejuvenate his temple in Maoli. A leopard cat guardian tiger? You would have had to be a yaoguai once, yes? Yeah, I wasn't lucky enough to escape from my Fidi Gon. Terrible, huh? It doesn't seem to have been such a bad thing if you become an orthodox god out of it. Alright, let's see what an orthodox god is. Oh god. As yin and yang may refer to under the surface and on the surface correspondingly, Tao... You know what? No, we're not reading this. I just don't like butchering. I really don't like butchering this, However, you just mentioned something about rejuvenating the temple, so I guess your god of soil is losing his power? That may explain why you still smell like a yaoguai. I can't feel much spiritual power from you at all. I am worried about it, but Liao isn't helping me. Help? Isn't he just a college student? I briefly explained to Randolph why all three of them want my help specifically. So that's it. I'm not saying that I don't want to help them, but I can't just drop school. I can't drop school just for that. And to be honest, I'm not interested in becoming a priest. I'm a member of the dance club here, and I want to pursue a career where I can use my talent. Yes, Liao, you want to use your talent in dancing. What kind of, we never really found out exactly what kind of dancing Liao does, but I'm sure it's very mesmerizing. I'm sure it's very mesmerizing dancing. But these three kind of put a spanner in the works. It's hard enough as it is to make a living by dancing, and I have to keep up on school at the moment. It's not possible for me just to get up and have a 2-year break. Honestly, it's really been stressing me out. I can see why you're so troubled. However, do you really know the details about their requests? Details? I mean, sure I asked about them, but how much could there be to it? Priest, oracle, jitang, whatever. They're all people who represent the will of gods in society. So, I can communicate with spirit. Sure, that's awesome. But being the go-to guy for, hey, I want to talk to the gods, isn't that awesome after a while? Even if I get to have all these cute guys live with me, I don't want a life steeped in the history of my ancestors. Oh, he said it. He said, even if I get to have all these cute guys. Oh, Liao is falling in love. Or at least he's admitted. So, have you considered any alternative ways? Alternative ways? You're still at school, so you don't have much time. However, it doesn't mean that you can't help them at all. Maybe, but how? I believe you'll find a way. I doubt they would want to bother you after you solve their problems. Well said. Hurry up and drive them away so you can come back home, Liao. It's not that easy. You can't just give up and leave me halfway. Liao goes to Wutai. See, it just ends up like this. I may have been too optimistic. It seems this is not something I can judge. I do apologize for my irresponsible words. No, please don't. Talking to you is helping me think, and I appreciate it. It may be hard, but there's gotta be some way out. Even if there isn't, I have to try anyway. I need to try and work this out. Thanks. I'm surprised to talk to such a polite yaoguai like you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean... It's alright, I do treat myself as a special case. So, are there other yaoguai like you living amongst humans? Actually, there are many of them. Some of them good, some of them bad. Just like human beings. See, we all can relate. These are some good, some bad, some in between, just like human beings. After all, isn't the same thing true with humans? Oh, he just said it! He just said what I just said. I didn't even know he said that. But frankly speaking, sometimes I find other yaoguai are annoying. Just like humans. Oh man, this guy is a perfect example of how I feel sometimes. Are yaoguai aggressive to each other? Well, yaoguai from the same species are usually fine, but typically we don't like yaoguai from other species. Just like humans. Man, this guy's pretty much a human being. Sad but true. Most of us have a strong sense of territory, but it's pretty common for yaoguai to mingle within cities. Smarter yaoguai are the ones who have learned to keep their business to themselves. But the ones with ambition are the ones who cause trouble. They're mostly taken care of by the gods and other more powerful yaoguai. They're taken care of? So does that mean most yaoguai in the city are good? It depends on your perspective. To me, they just don't want any trouble. Things don't always go that easy, of course. Sometimes new ones are born. Other times, they might just come here to cause trouble. It's all maintained on a shifting balance. But if something big happens, it's usually because of the temples. I guess that's why some people still hold on to these traditional beliefs. People go to temples now for blessings of fortune, better luck, or just to pass their next exam. I wonder if it's because of yaoguai we seek these things in life, or maybe it's just because of them we have these problems in the first place. Oh man, this some good questions for the sequel. Besides, I have a lot of questions I want to ask Randolph, but I don't know where to start. So, why did you choose to become an artist? You seem pretty unique for yaoguai. It's just a coincidence I was helping a friend. At the time he needed an artist, I filled the bill. It has been too long since then, and the mask of the artist has become my own face. Was this friend of yours a yaoguai as well? Yes. So you joined human society to help that friend. What happened to your old life? I was living amongst humans back then too. The energy I need is special, and I can get more by getting close to humans. You could say there were mutual benefits between us. Mutual benefits? What kind of benefit? Question mark, heavy question mark. Mutual benefits? What kind of benefits? By living in a human community, it's easier for me to get emotions directly. After all, I live by consuming the emotions of people. Ah, please don't worry, I am too full now to consider eating yours. Emotions? I mean, sure you can get a lot in the city, but isn't that more dangerous for you? I worried about it at the very beginning, however, other yaoguai won't bother you if you just live like a human. Haha, of course, living like a human isn't easy. I see, so mind if I ask how you actually eat emotions? Fan mail. What? I love his face, he's like laughing. Sorry, what? Fan mail. Strong emotions are attached to the letters from my readers. After all, for someone to write to you, they must either adore or despise you very much. You know, some people intimidate others by mailing knives. Oh, let's not get into that. I've heard some really bad stories of artists and whatnot. Man, I've heard some pretty bad stories, especially at cons. I've heard some really bad stories at cons. Hence why a lot. Let's just say I understand now why a lot of artists refused gifts, especially those of the food variety, because man, some people are real assholes. Seriously? Actually, I've never seen one, but I do receive a lot of messages. It's a smart way. That is a good question. We have so many. We have so many to decide. We have lust, longing, happiness, joy, sadness, anger, depression, despair. We have so many. I can't even name them all. We have a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of human emotions. Some of them are just more enhanced versions of. Some of them obviously just more enhanced versions of others, but still they're considered emotions. Also, hello there, sir. How are you doing? I'm happy to see another person on the stream. But I do receive a lot of messages. It's a smart way for me to live in the human community. Fan mail, unbelievable. So I guess your life is pretty good. Like I said, it's not easy. No one sends mail to an unknown artist, and you're forgotten quickly if you don't put out work consistently. I also have to take care of this possessed body, which means I still need food and a place to live. Honestly, living is pretty hard when you have to maintain your human life and yaoguai life simultaneously. So you still need to work for money? A lot. You don't sound like a yaoguai at all. Most yaoguai don't manage to make it in the city. This troubled world usually gets the better of them. That goes for everybody. That goes for humans too, man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, sir. Especially with how expensive it is to even live here. Life is hard. It's hard to imagine I the yaoguai have to work hard for a salary. Well, I'm not good at making money any other way. Some yaoguai use their powers in this regard, but those who don't follow the rules are to be taken out by others, or gods for that matter. So I make a living by drawing, even if it isn't the best job. I like this guy. I really do. He's very optimistic. I hope we see this guy again. He's very optimistic. He's like, yeah, it's life's hard, but I'm gonna be optimistic about it. I'm gonna do what I can. That's a very noble trait to have about life. That's a very good philosophical way to look at life. Liao! Artists aren't paid much? Oh, come on, Liao. You didn't know that. And Leo's so shocked. He's like, artists aren't paid that much money? He's like, I thought the starving artist cliche was, the starving artist, was just a cliche. No, it's very real, Liao. My work is serialized, so it's not that bad. However, my salary depends on the popularity of the magazine, which isn't the best. I do freelancing as well, but that's very unstable. It's hard to make a fixed wage. Not all of my clients are that great either. They don't really care how much they work me. Regardless, I can't just give up on my clients. I have my reputation to maintain. Not to mention that I never know when I'll get work to begin with. I never thought that a yaoguai would have so much to complain about. I'm shocked. I'm shooked. I'm all shooked up. I know, right? It's like, it's so funny when you just read this. I wonder if like the people that helped like work with the art on this was like a little poke. Like, yeah, this is what's like really to be a especially freelance. Even like regular artists, I don't know too much about art. Well, I do. I love art, but I'm not an artist per se. I think one of the biggest things, in my opinion, is probably between being freelance or working for a company. But there's both positives and negatives. One of the biggest ones is freelance. You get to work on what you want to work on. Your art can be whatever you want it to be, but in exchange, your income is a lot more unstable. You know, it's like yeah, you're getting to do what you want, but it's all at the same time, you don't know when and if you're going to find work and exactly how much work you're going to find at any given time. Compared to a company, yeah, you're making for the most part probably a stable income, but then you have to think about, but you're not going to really do what you might work with something that you don't want no part of, but you're contractually obligated to do it because you signed a contract. You're working for a company. Don't get me wrong, I have heard that some companies will hire freelance, but from the few people I've heard of, if you're freelance and you're working for a company for a project, you are treated very poorly. Not all the time, but a lot of time I've been heard that people like that are, if you're freelance and you work for a company for a set amount of time, you're treated very poorly. You're not treated as a actual employee. Granted, some people who are freelance who want to work for a company and kind of make it a permanent thing do suck it up and deal with this because they hope this company notices them, which is a very small, minor chance they will, but it's possible that they'll notice them, so they'll say, hey, you know, we liked your work ethic, you know, we liked your work, etc. We want you to work for us. So it's a mixed bag. I think they both have positives. I think they both have pros and cons. Me personally, if I ever, you know, I cross my fingers and hope one day I'll be able to get decent enough of art to make a semi-living off of it, or you know, either art or writing. I'd rather be freelance. I know it means it's a lot more harder, but just I'm a person that like I want to do what I want to do. So, yes, exactly. I think and I'm apologize if I'll just put Risque. I think Risque has it down pat. He said freedom or money. That's pretty much what it amounts to for a lot of stuff. Freelance, yeah, you get freedom, but you don't know when your next paycheck's gonna be. You don't know when you don't know how much you're gonna make. You don't know when the month, weeks, whatever gonna come that you're not getting any clients. Nobody's interested. So it's a tough one. But me personally, and I respect both sides. Me personally, I like freelance more. But I also respect both sides and understand the necessity of some people having to join a company. Haha, indeed, being an artist isn't easy, but what job is easy? If I can't make it work, I could just go back to my yaoguai life. Not everyone has that escape. No, they do not. But I decided to take on the will of the person I possess. I'm not just about to give up on that. Their will? Does that mean his will was to become an artist? Yes, mostly. Well, yes, mostly. It's not a big secret. Well, really, it started out a long time ago when... Oh, boy. Oh, I want to hear this. This has been interesting. I listen to Randolph's stories. Mostly it's about his life as an artist. His struggles, his successes and failures. But nestled in there are tales and rumors from the yaoguai world. You never think about it, but a yaoguai artist's view on life is really captivating. In what feels like moments, the time has flown by. Randolph is startled when a stray glance leads him to the time displayed on a nearby television. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's time for my appointment. I must leave you now. Alright. I'm sorry that I've taken way too much of your time, but thank you for speaking to me. It's okay. It was a rare opportunity to be able to converse with someone who could see and understand us yaoguai. So hopefully we can meet again. I hope so too. This guy was very friendly. I liked his outlook on life and very friendly. Agreed. Goodbye for now. See you. Oh, this, I don't know why I just thought about this. Well, I think because I was looking at Uki Cookie's Yes, it does, Risque. Setting up a will for a yaoguai sounds like a legal nightmare. Yeah. It kind of does. I did forget to mention that I noticed that Ookie Cookie, one of my, pretty much my favorite furry streamer, yaoi artist, person, thing, streamer, he posted about Camp Buddy, so apparently a lot of people had mentioned about Taiga. I don't, if anybody knows Camp Buddy, I know a little bit because I watch people play it. Apparently, there is currently a demo. I'm not sure if it's for Patreons or if it's just for anybody. Apparently, Taiga is getting his own route. I don't know how I feel about that because what I've seen of him, he's an asshole. But maybe they make him more misunderstood with the demo. But that was another game I was thinking of playing. I don't know if I'm going to play it, though, here. If I played it, I would probably have to find another station. Because I know a lot of people that play that game have either got a YouTube channel taken down or strikes. Ookie Cookie, that I just mentioned, I remember he actually got, I think, 1 or 2 strikes for playing that game. And he had to move to another channel. And the videos that he did post, he had to edit very severely. Because with the game's art style, I know what the artist was going for, but it makes them look underage. When all the characters would be 18 or older. The art's would be 18 or older. But the way they look, I forget what it's called. They have that style where they look a lot younger than they're supposed to be. Like, they look more like, you know, like 15 or 16 at the most. So, that's a game I was possibly thinking of playing. It is a little bit... To wrap it up real quick, somebody just mentioned they don't know much about it. To sum up the game really quickly, Camp Buddy is pretty much a game where you're an 18-year-old going to a new summer camp. There are, of course, love interests, and I think one of my biggest issues with that game was that I feel like that the romance itself for some characters is pretty good, but I feel like for other characters, it's maybe that's what it's called, where male characters or characters in general are like 18 or older, but they look a lot younger than that. We're not talking like kids. Well, yeah, it is technically kids. They look a lot younger than they really are. Like, I would say they look probably like 15, maybe 16 at the most. They look pretty young, but they're technically 18. But YouTube, you know, I've heard a lot of things about YouTube going downhill. That game, I can't blame them too much because like they do look very young. But one thing about the game, there was a lot and lots of sex scenes. One of the things about it, though, is a lot of them are very out of nowhere. And don't get me wrong, I've dealt with a lot of games that have abrupt sex scenes, but that game, they really are out of nowhere. There's only really 2 of the stories I looked at that I really enjoyed. One was pretty cliche and was very rushed, and there was another one that I don't know, that was, well, 2, one was cliche, there was 2 I liked, one was, and then there's 4 love interests in total. So, like I said, 2 I liked, one felt very cliche, and one felt very rushed, or it kind of was very rushed. Here's an example. Here's an example really quickly, and then we get back to this game, because I know you guys didn't come for me to talk about other stuff besides furry games, so I apologize. But, you know, I love all. I am an equal opportunist. I love all and everything about guys because they're hot. Anyway. So, basically, oh my gosh, now I forgot what I was going to say. I really hate when that happens. And that happens a lot to me. But basically, here's an example. One of the characters that I felt was very rushed. Here's an example. The character, not gonna spoil too much, but the character's crying about he feel like his life's dream is over. It's not gonna happen. Literally, you as your MC character, who does have a name, the MC character comes over and it's like, so you wanna get naughty in the woods, and the character just happened. They found their life's dream may be over. They're just like, yeah, sure, let's get busy with each other, and then it happens. Like, that's kind of stuff, like, alright, I don't like that, because I feel like it's very unrealistic. Don't get me wrong, a lot of these games obviously have some sort of unrealistic aspect, but that's a little too much. I'm like, that's a little too much. But we're gonna get back to the game. But that is a game, if people are interested, I will think about streaming. Like I said, if people want me to actually play it with the naughty scenes in it, I will either have to play it on another channel, or I will have to severely, which I'm not good at editing, I would have to pretty much edit out the naughty parts. and edit out the scenes in general, because people have actually edited out the naughty bits and they've still got hit with strike. So I would just have to not even, if I play that game, it would have to be without the naughty part. Moriyanatsu, I do want to play that game very badly. I'm gonna play it. That is a game that I have a very unpopular opinion about. My favorite character for that game is Shun, and before anybody gets after me, I do know that he's technically underage. Not in the country where the game takes place, but in America, and I really like that character. I'm really sorry if I offend anybody, but that is my favorite character. And it's not just because, oh, he's a young boy. It's like, no, it's just, I like his story. I really do. I really feel for his story, and he's scared to grow up and that kind of stuff. But if I do play the game, that's going to be my first route. Which I do play a game. That's going to be my first route. And I apologize to anybody who takes offense to me playing a game and where the character is a bit underage. The only solace I could find is that well, I mean, I'm going to be playing the other version, not the newer one. I have a very unpopular opinion about the game. I do not like the newer version. I think the story is good. I do like the fact that they are adding, I really do like the fact that they are adding more in-depth background story to it. But I really, for one, I like the MC being a human more than I like them being a furry, and I'm really a little disappointed with that. But that's a minor thing. Like, I could get over that. But I just feel like the art style is not good. And again, I give high praise to the people for remaking the game again. I think it's like the third time that somebody has remade the game. I give them high praise for that, and I hope that they do well. And I will still play the game. I will still give it a chance. But me personally, what I've seen, I did not care for the art style. My biggest issue with it is I feel like the art style makes all the characters look Homecoming. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. My only issue with that version is I just feel like all the characters' body types are exactly the same, and I'm really not a fan of that. I'm not saying that they all have to be all muscled bound, because that's not realistic either. But all of them just look really slim, and the eyes look really weird to me. That's my opinion. Like I said, anybody who loves the game, I'm all for it. I love the characters as a whole. I just am not a big fan of the art style, and I would have preferred the MC to stay human. But I will still give the game a try when it's done. I will play it. But right now, I didn't feel for it. I've seen looks, and especially, I know what they did with like Shun. Shun's got the most changes. He changed completely. And before anybody says anything, I don't like it not because he looks older, but because I just don't like, they made him from this very optimistic and childlike person that was growing up to now they just made him this stereotypical geeky nerd guy, and I really hate that. I really don't like that. I thought before he still liked games and stuff, but he was very down to earth and very innocent, and that's something about me. Despite me playing these kind of games, my favorite characters are always the innocent ones, because it just, yes, they did. The MC's race, they did change. I'm not sure what he's supposed to be, but in the original version and the remake of that version, he was human. For this version, they changed to a furry, and I just don't really care for it. Like I said, that's me. I've always been more of a fan of a world of humans and furries than I've been of a world of just furries. Like, I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna get back to the game. For example, like my visual novel game that I'm working on. I've been having some issues with it, but anyway, the one that I've been working on actually has both. I have the MC is a human, but it's a furry world and whatnot. I've always liked that more than I like just either a straight furry or a straight human world, or a straight human world where somehow the MC or another character gets changed into a furry by magic or something. I've just always been more of a fan of a mixed world. I just feel like it's more realistic. I don't know. I just like it more. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to the game. I'm sorry guys for stirring. Wait, Risky, you sure that's the Homecoming version then? Because that sounds like that might be the Revisited edition. That's the one I played, the Revisited. Homecoming's the one with the furry, so maybe. No, Risky, you're fine. I'm gonna get back to the game. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. Because I know it's a very unpopular opinion I've heard with people. I've heard another furry YouTuber I watched. They're really they're very against the Shun. I keep messing the word up. They're very against Shun, and they like Homecoming because he's older. And I'm not saying that I don't understand him being older. I would be fine with him being 18, but I just thought I just like his more childlike, innocent look, and not for a negative reason. Like I said, I'm not being like, oh, like, yeah, I like that kind of thing. It's just, I just like it. I feel like it matches his character more than the stereotypical nerdy video game geek. That's just me. So, as we watch Randolph leave, Senpai is already back on his phone. Hey, Liao, we just skipped the lecture, you know. What? Shocked, I take a quick look at the time. We were talking for ages. Not only is our lunch break in it, but our lecture is almost over as well. It's fine. It's fine. That class doesn't mark the roll anyways. Hey, that's not the point. You may not care about lectures, but don't lump me in with you. But he's right. It doesn't really matter. What else can I do? We decide to wait it out till our next class as I sit there in the cafeteria with Randolph's stories and advice still on my mind. But yeah, Risque, double check, because it might be Revisited you're talking about. Because Revisited's the remake that just updated the story, and I think it slightly fixed the art and the resolutions. Homecoming's the one where all the characters, like, the lines are, like I said, you could tell because Homecoming, the characters look all the same, in the sense of just different colors, but they all look the same. They all literally have about the same body type. I really don't like what they did with, oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry, character. I can't remember his name. Koya. I think it's Koya. I think the character's named Koya, the wolf guy. Because, man, he looks really bad in the new one. He looks terrible. He looks like a druggie. And that's been a big thing people have said. He does not look good. He looks really bad. And like I said, with the eyes, a lot of character eyes, I just think they look very disturbing. But, like I said, that's me. I'm not giving anything against the people who made the game. I wish them the best of luck. I hope that they keep going with the game. I will at least give it a chance when it's fully finished, which, could be a year, 2, 3 years from now. That's a game that honestly I would just wait till it's finished, but I will give it at least a try because at least show my support. Because like I said, the game itself I like, and I like they've added a lot more detail and they've tried to make the characters. Well, the characters were already pretty good. Just to let you know, Morinatsu is a very talkative game. It is a very dialogue-heavy game. I mean, it's a visual novel, but it's really dialogue-heavy. But I still think it's a fantastic game. Even if it's not the first furry visual novel game I played, it is still probably one of, if not my favorite. I would say honestly that or Nekojishi. It's probably one of my favorites. I really think they're fantastic games. Since speaking with Randolph, I've been thinking about what he said about trying to find some other solution with the cats. I'm worried that if I just went and asked them about it, they'll just think I actually intend to help them then and there. It'd be mean to get their hopes up. But if I just keep ignoring it, wouldn't they end up pressuring me about it anyway? I guess I've got no choice but to talk to each of them and try to understand everything. I just have to think of how to time it. Oh, the cute. Oh, boy. It'd be easy to talk to Tiger privately at least, since we're in the bookstore. Senpai's in class, and Leper can't read anyways, so he'd be off gallivanting somewhere. Tiger loves this place so much he'd probably live here if he could. Liao, not reading anything. Liao, not reading anything today. His voice sounds absent as he focuses on skimming the textbooks before him without looking up. It's as if he doesn't really care about how I would answer. Well, I just have something on my mind. A vague answer leaves me as I stumble my thoughts. A vague answer leaves me as I stumble my thoughts. Not that he seems too interested in listening. This one intriguing, that one, oh, this must be new, but it doesn't look very decent. I've definitely never seen anyone that's deeply invested in the quality of textbooks before. He'd make a good school teacher at the very least. But back to the point. Tiger, you know? Oh right, don't worry, I don't intend to buy any of them. They are far too expensive. While it's true that they contain a lot of information, they simply use too many glossy photograph pages. It just serves to drive up printing costs, quite unnecessary. Even if they were $2, there's no way I could buy enough to keep you satisfied. Very true. I also think there must be a better way to acquire all this information. Other than reading books, what about the internet? Oh my gosh, his face! He's never heard the internet. He's like, the internet. He's like, oh, the internet. Liao, you must tell me more. The internet would that contain information as detailed as these books. Well, you probably won't find everything is neatly organized, but at least using the internet is free. Not exactly. Not exactly, but kinda. As far as your wallet is concerned, it's significantly better to not spend money. Talking about the internet, some of these books do discuss something called forums. Tiger seems to be lost in thought, pondering himself. Wait, I still have to talk to him. Hey, Tiger? What is it? He's so engrossed in his book that he doesn't look up. Come on, give me some attention already. It's just that I wanted to ask. The music got quiet. If I don't go home, is there any other way I can help you? Oh, what do you mean by that? Finally, I've got his attention. Help me? What would I need help with? Are you trying to discuss becoming the Jitong of our temple? Yes, is there any way that I don't have to go home and become a Jitong? Your power to channel spirits is quite uncommon, something rare and special of your own. It would be a terrible shame not to use it. I am certain that both your family and the Holy Mother herself would be delighted to see you choose that path. But I am aware of your wishes to stay in Taipei. You needn't make such decisions now. There are plenty of semesters left until your graduation, after all. I know, but what if I really do stay in Taipei and never go back home? That would be a shame. And that means that the only way you'll be happy is if I go home? I know you don't want to go back, Liao. If it does come to that, I'll support you. I know, Risque, yeah, I have to admit with this music, whoever the composers, I would have to look it up, did a fantastic job with the musical score. It's not much. The musical score's track repeats a lot for a lot of scenes, but it's very well done. Like, when they want you to feel an emotion, they really make you feel emotion. The writing and the music, the music especially just makes you feel, like, right now, I feel so upset. I feel so bad, like, possibly disappointing Tiger. You really feel like you're disappointing, like, your father or your mother. Well, obviously your father, but it really feels like you're disappointing your father. Like, not angry. He's not angry. He's not angry. He's not upset with you. He's just concerned. And that's how I feel right now. I know you don't want to go back, Liao. If it does come to that, I'll support you. But truly, it would seem like a waste. A waste of something that makes you special. I can foresee how your parents would react if they knew. The other guardian tigers surely would wish the same for you, Liao. If you did choose to stay in Taipei, I suppose you could always open a small temple. But if that's not what you wish, then there's nothing me or anyone else can do about it. So that's how it is. It's as I said earlier, there's no need to rush. You have plenty of time to think this over. Just don't go promising your life away to some kid and there won't be a problem. Yeah, I'll think about it. That's good. For a while, an uneasy silence dwelled over us, so I decided to try and change the subject. What kind of things would you like to look up? On the internet, that is. Do you want to have a look together when we get back? Really? I think that brought up his mood a bit. Oh, and the music's back already. See, like, Guardian Tiger, don't get me wrong. I even though he's not my favorite, I understand why he's considered a lot of favorites. He really is like a parent. Like, he really cares about Liao. He's pretty much like, he even said, he's like, even if you don't do what I really think you should do, I'll still support you. And that's touching. That's really touching. He's like, I'll still support you. He's like, even if you end up doing something that I don't, he's like, look, as long as you don't just give up your life for something you don't want, I'll still support you. Okay, so see these books here. I wish to look up this topic, and this one, most likely that one too. Liao, should you not be using your phone to write these down? Oh, he's caught on to people using phones to keep notes now. These books look pretty technical. How the heck does he make sense of all this? In short, Adam spent the rest of the night looking up stuff from on the internet. I wanted to play games tonight too. Aw. I haven't saved in a while. I probably should save. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to try to I'm going to really try to get to the ending. I really am going to try today. At least for him. Yes, Risque. Exactly. It's really hard. It's very rare in real life to find something like that. It's very rare. I spent the next few days trying to get some alone time with Leopard to speak with him, which is easier said than done. I can't exactly talk to him during class, and afterwards Tiger always joins us. But dance practice is going to be my best chance. Leopard always comes to dance practice. Tiger's always off to the side brooding, and Senpai's usually busy with the other senior students. Today I make sure to go to a corner away from Senpai and Tiger to practice. Leopard followed me, so this should be as good of a time as any. As much as it's never boring to watch Leopard dance. Hey Leopard, I've been meaning to ask you. I get out my words between breaks in the routine I was working on. A while ago, you told me that you wanted for me to go to Wutai to be an oracle, but what would you do if I didn't do that? Wait. Wait until when? Wait until Liao does go. And if I never do? You say that you're trying to be an oracle, but if I don't go to Wutai, is there any other way to help you? Help not be an oracle? Oh gosh, get out of here! Tiger fanboys in the stream, get him out of here. Like, finding some way I don't need to be there physically, the internet's pretty handy these days. People could just send questions and I could answer back from home. Oh, one more thing, guys, I forgot to tell you. I love wolves. I did buy a visual novel during the Steam summer sale called Wolf Tales. I'm gonna make you guys hate me right now, and I know I might lose a few followers for this, but it is a game. It is a game we're actually not going after hot guys. I know. I know it's so scandalous, and I'm so sorry to bring this up, but I have to. I have to do it. It's actually I've heard it's pretty decent, visual novel game, even though I heard it's kind of one and done. The art style looks pretty good, even though I'm not gonna lie, but basically, long story short, you either choose to be a guy or a girl, and you meet these two wolf girls, and yeah. I did download the NSFW version, which I will be playing through. Really, Kyle? That's interesting. Are you just saying that, or really that's where you got a lot of personality traits from? Because that's really interesting if you did. That's great if you really took inspiration from a character from this game. Not be an oracle, I don't know. But need Liao see me speak others. I guess it's how an oracle works and all, but I don't know what kinds of problems you need me to solve. I'm sorry, Risque. It's true though, but it's a game I was thinking about playing. I heard it's not that long, and I heard it's a one and done game. I would obviously play both routes, well, whatever, you know what I mean. There's two characters. I know it's not people that follow me here thing, but like I said, I'm always in for story, and I don't know if people know, like I said, I'm bisexual. Over the past year or two, I've been leaning more towards guys, but I still am bisexual, I consider myself. But it's just a game I was interested in playing. I haven't played too much, I only played a little bit just to see how it worked. It looks fun. I mean, I'm not really good with girl voices, so I mean, as long as you can not rip your ears out, I think we can do a pretty good job at the game. But it was just a thought. I still need to know what game I need to play next, guys. I know this game's going to be a while, but Phoenix Wright, I think I'm going to put a hold on for a little bit. I do want to play another visual novel game, but I think Phoenix Wright I'm going to put a hold on. I've been able to focus as much as I would like to, and I just feel like with that game, I really have to focus, and I just want something right now that I can take a break from. I promise you, I will get back to the Phoenix Wright game. I will play all three of them, just not right now. I don't think it's the best time. But, like I said, if you honestly have some good recommendations for me, then hit me up. It doesn't, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a furry visual novel game. It can be a normal visual novel game, or it can be something that's not even a visual novel game. Even if it's just a single player game, I don't mind. So, you know, there's Amnesia, which I don't know how many people are like that because I haven't played already. No, Kyle, I have never noticed that that's where you got your traits from. I thought that was just you as a person. I didn't know that's something you picked up. That's good, though. I'm very happy for that. Yeah, mostly perfect and noble. Tiger's got a few chips on his shoulder. That's why I like Suichi Senpai, because, you know, Tiger's almost perfect, but Suichi Senpai is just the perfect. He's perfect. He's gorgeous. Perfect. But anyway. I get this how an oracle works and all, but I don't know what kind of problems you need me to solve. Do I need to do something, or can I just let people know what's going on? I just don't really want to leave Taipei. Many problems, urgent, all need solving. I'm trying with Tiger's voice again with Leopard. I know it's not the best. I'm trying to make him more like a fish out of water voice. But what can I do for you from here? There has to be something. I don't. I don't know. Oracle is busy. Must speak with many people. What about using the internet or speaking over the phone? Not sure. I think no. Sure, there's a bunch of things that you absolutely need to discuss in person, but not everything's like that. And Leopard, he's determined to get something across to his tribe. But what's also important here is that they actually trust me as an oracle. Being Han Chinese makes being trusted by his Aboriginal tribe hard enough as it is. Being a voice on the phone won't help out one bit. Liao, you tired? Want to rest? Let's take a break. Huh? Oh, I'm fine. What's he on about? I'm already taking a break. Wow! Come on, Leopard. I'm just talking about how much I love you, and you just shove Cloud and Leopard to the side like Liku Lao. Yes, I said it. You just shove Liku Lao to the side, like, oh, excuse me, sorry. Rude. You mind if I scooch in here? You and Kulao seem to be having heaps of fun all by yourselves. No, not at all. In fact, it's a pretty serious discussion. About going to Wutai? Yeah, that. Would it be okay for me to join you guys? Is that even a good idea? Aren't you two basically opponents over me? I wouldn't say that. If you don't go home, you can just help me restore the temple and then go to Wutai. Easy peasy. I know Kulao would want you to go there ASAP, but all that's still up for discussion, right? So for now, we're friends. Senpai grabs Leopard's paw on his to emphasize his point. Leopard doesn't seem to object to the move, but his face is always the same, so I can't really tell either way. Alright, but Senpai, what's with you calling him Kulao? His name is Li Kulao. Li isn't his family name or anything. That's just how the Rukai language works. Hey, I know that. I just figured since we call all our friends by first names all the time, Kulao would sound nice. Isn't that a bit disrespectful? Kinda worried that Leopard would take offense to Senpai's new nickname for him, but his expression never changes. I don't really know what to make of it, but at least he at least doesn't seem to disapprove. More word issues. They need to fix this. They need to make another patch. The last patch came out like the end of last year. Another patch is needed, sir. But I understand that they're working on a second game, so I can't blame them too much. So now Kulao and I are friends. It seems like an overly one-sided friendship at the very least. Well then, you know, Senpai, it's pretty rude to cut into other people's conversation. Oh, okay then, I'll just check in with Kulao later. See ya. And there he goes off again. A classic Senpai move. Anyway, I guess we should probably continue talking about this later then. Yes. Leopard takes a while to respond. I guess he's got on his mind on something else. I wonder what. He's thinking about you, Liao. Who wouldn't love such a young, slim college student who's also a dancer? It reminds me of another character from another visual novel. That's in development by a person named Dine. I can't remember that last name. Who could it be? All I know is that person sounds like best boy of that visual novel. Hashtag extracurricular activities. Hashtag Spence best boy. End hashtag. I could never tell with him. That is a game I gotta play too. You know, it would be a good time for me to play now because I haven't played that game in like the last 3 patches. It's been a while, and I have not played in like 3 patches. And obviously, if I play that game, Spencer is going to be the first route because I love him so much. And like I said, I am a huge lover of friends finding out they have feelings for each other, and I love those so much. Like I said, I'm a huge romantic. Even regardless what kind of games I play or what kind of stuff I do, or what kind of stuff I look at, sometimes I really am a sucker for romance, and I feel like their story is so romantic. There's others too. Chester's pretty cute too, but Man, and Coach is an interesting one. Coach I like too, because that's a really interesting one. And Coach had actually made me rethink my thoughts on certain things. Not gonna get into it, but made me rethink of thoughts of how I felt about certain things. Yeah, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but just I've been kind of waiting for a few patches because every patch will come out. Some of them would be really long, and some would be really short. And then some of them were for characters I don't really. Well, I plan on playing everybody, but some of them for characters I don't really pay attention to. No offense, I'm just some of them I don't really pay attention to. So, so after that day, I keep on trying to talk one-on-one with Senpai again and again, but the opportunity never comes up. I didn't expect him to be such a hard cat to catch. What do you mean? He's always running off. I don't know what you meant. Tiger and Leopard are always with me during class. Prying Senpai away from his fan club is near impossible during dance practice. It's not any better at home at all. With all three of them there, I can't just have privacy with one of them. But today I've finally come up with a scheme that should work. It basically boils down to distracting Tiger and Leopard with all food at the cafeteria while I sneak in a few questions with Senpai. I know it won't give me much time, but it's better than nothing. You know, Senpai. He was eating pork rib noodles. The school cafeteria is famous for having the best fried ribs around, and they're even better when dipped in rich, soupy broth. But now's not the time to show my college. Oh, okay. See you, Kyle. Hope you enjoy yourself. You know what? I think I'm gonna finish a route today because I'm pretty sure I'm close to the end. Screw it. I'm gonna finish. I have a few plans today, but I was debating on if I was gonna do this, stop, and then do what I need to do today and come back. But I figure, I don't know how long it's gonna be. If it goes over more than 2.5 hours, then no. But if it's so that's another hour and a half. If it takes more than another hour and a half, we'll pause. But I'm gonna try to get it done. You know about what you want about going with you to Maoli to help restore your temple. So, Liao, you've decided to come? Oh god, that sounded so wrong the way it said that. Oh, that sounded so wrong, I'm sorry. The way I said that line, my voice for him doesn't work out that well, and it's just, for that part, it really did not sound right. I have it, please don't jump to conclusions. Fine, Liao, so what is it you want to ask? Well, say I want to stay here in Taipei, is there any way I can still help you? Hold on, guys. I gotta blow my nose. I'm gonna mute for a second. Sorry. I'm back. Well, it doesn't work like that. There are temple ceremonies that need to be performed. How would you encourage people to come worship if you aren't even there? Like, passing along spiritual messages. Before that, we still need to clean the place up, right? What about if I came over on weekends and help out with that? Well, you would need to be the priest. It's more complicated than just passing along messages, you know? It may sound weird, but I think it should be all down to earth and stuff when it comes to this. Reasoning isn't very convincing, Senpai. What? Rude? How about showing some respect for your senpai? Well, maybe you should work on being more respectable first. I'm fine. Oh, was little kitten arguing with Liao? We weren't arguing! I'm best friends with Liao, isn't that right? Really? Whatever you believe, you may do what you wish, but then you'll be seeing yourself back to Maoli. You're so long-winded, old man. If you don't like it, how about you leave right now? How could I? The old man is just the best. Must you call me an old man? I love Gary Tiger. He's like, I'm not that old. I'm only 45. Well, no, more than that. He's like, I'm only 3,000 years old. Aww. I love Cloud and Leopard. He does his little like sneaky paws in here. Guardian Tiger, old man. Not both of you. And that's how this conversation ended in an argument. That night, I was browsing through some tech forums with Tiger. Okay. Keep scrolling down. They really do risque. Like, you have to agree. Like, all of them argue like they all argue like a big married poly. I think polyamorous. That's how you say the word, right? Like a big married polyamorous group. Which is something I've learned not too long ago. I didn't know what that was until a few months back, and then I was like, I didn't know that existed. Not being mean, like I said, like I'm being very respectful. I just didn't know something like that was actually exist in our current times. But like I said, believe me, I have huge respect for many people. So, like I said, I just didn't know about it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I didn't know about it until recently. Following his orders, I scrolled down the page, his eyes peering over my shoulder. So that's how it is. Now, previous page. I click to go back a page. Yes, that one. Please, open it. I click on the article he's pointing at. Oh, sorry, Liao. You must be getting tired. A little bit. I don't want to complain, but it's kind of exhausting to sit around and wait for him to read each page, then move on to the next one, and the next one. I don't even know what any of this stuff means. If only he didn't need my hands to work the computer for him. Well, I mean, I'm sure he has other things you could work your other things that you could use your hands to work for him. Taste it. Isn't there a better way to do this? I'm pretty bored just sitting here watching you read. Why not ask Senpai to help you use the mouse? Say, what? Why should I help that old man? He's the one always pushing me to leave. I'd rather not have the help of that little kid, so we're in agreement on that. But this is no fun for me. Even if it's no fun, there's no way I'm helping my enemy. Even if it was for your sake, Liao, I still wouldn't put my trust into that kitten. They really do have it out for each other, don't they? Should I do something? Oh no, that's right, this is a choice. I gotta save. Oh gosh, how many choices have I saved? I've been saving like every 5 seconds. I forget. I'm thinking I should find a way for them to work together. I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit, guys, because I kind of forget how to get Tiger's root. I am cheating slightly, so don't judge me. I don't know, it doesn't look like this choice really matters. I don't think it does. At least it doesn't look like it really matters. It doesn't really look like it matters, honestly. I'm looking, I don't like this choice, so I obviously I'm gonna say find a way to work together. Tiger has 4, I think. Hold on. I'm not gonna spoil it too much because there's some endings I haven't gotten. Like, I don't know all of Clouded Leopard's endings. Tiger, I don't know all of his endings. I've only got one good and one bad before. Leopard, I only got a bad ending. And we'll get to it. Let me see. Tiger has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5. He has 5 endings, but one of them is only in the NSFW version. I remember the NSFW version has so he has 5, and 3 of them are bad, and 2 of them are good or normal. Okay. Tiger has the most. Leopard has 4 endings, and Leopard Cat has 3. So. So I'm just gonna go if I should find a way they can work together. Hey, how about we take this from a different angle? Senpai, if you and Tiger can get used to helping each other with the computer, then maybe he'd stop asking you to leave. Oh, but what if he doesn't? Tiger, if I refuse to help, you won't have any other option but work with Senpai. Not at all. If Liao refused to help me, then I would stop using the computer. Shh, Risque, shh, quiet, because we can't ruin it. I know. I only played through his route, and I played 1, and I did 1, and I got 1 ending, and it was hard. I'm gonna tell you now, guys. This game actually had me cry at one point, and it was one of Leopard's endings. One of Leopard's endings I got was one of his bad endings, and it was heart wrenching. It was heartbreaking. That one, I think one of Tiger's bad endings was really sad too. I got upset. But Leopard's the one that I actually cried on. Leopard, I only cried 1 time in this game, and it was for one of his bad endings because it was heartbreaking. But yeah, so apparently, which like I said, we'll get to the NSFW version after we do the other versions. So right now, Guardian Tiger has 5 endings. Leopard Cat has 4. Leopard Cat has 3, and Cloud and Leopard has 4. 2 of the endings are NSFW though. To get one of I'll put quotations. To get one of Leopard Cat's endings is NSFW version apparently, and to get one of Guardian Tiger's apparently it's NSFW. So we'll be playing through the NSFW version twice. Obviously I'll be skipping most of the stuff. I'm just gonna let you guys know now. I'll be most likely skipping a lot of stuff because I'm not gonna reread the game for another many times, but wouldn't that be a shame? It's only help clicking the mouse. It's not like you need to be friends. He just has to do what you say. Still, I refuse. Oh gosh. Huh? Who could it be at this time? I take out my phone. Oh, a call from home? This is totally gonna be bad news, isn't it? Let me get this. Well, at least they stopped bickering while I'm on the phone. Hello, Dad? Liao, it's me. Oh, wait, it's his bro, sorry. What, bro? Yeah, Liao, surprised to hear me or something? You don't, Risque, just to let you know, you don't have to buy the NSFW patch. It's actually technically free. They recommend that you give a contribution, but it's free. That's what I did. I first got it for free, and then I donated, but you don't actually have to. They just ask for donation if you can, but it's actually free. Hey, Dad, that's the only one who ever calls me. So yeah, it's surprising to hear you, bro. You know, I'm not one for phone calls. Dad was just talking to me about you seeing Guardian Tigers. There's no way I would pass the ask you about that. Huh? No, I haven't. Oh, I gotta go back. I just left it. Because I'm gonna use the guide. Because, I mean, if I would have already played this game, but I'm gonna use a guide. I don't know which one to say. Or does it matter? Hold on. Make him a scooter. It doesn't even show these choices, though. So a lot of these choices don't really show up. Alright, so it is not showing me the choices for some reason. At least for that one it won't. Alright, we'll just confess. Why not? Screw it. What's gonna happen? I mean, nothing's gonna really happen. But yeah, Risk, if you're really interested in playing it, the only thing is you have to download the regular version off of their website and the limited patch, because as far as I know, the limited patch does not work with the Steam version. So the NSFW limited patch you would have to download off of. I have both versions on my computer, so it'll be easy for me. But I'm just letting you know. Even though I've been looking some games up, I think this was before Steam became a lot more relaxed. Steam's becoming a lot more relaxed with their sex stuff. Like they'll put on there and say, "Listen, this is a they'll put on there it's adults only game." I've seen some games on there I've heard people say are bad, and they're on Steam. Like I mean, bad not in that too bad. Like actually they don't play very well, but bad as in just like with a lot of subject material that's very dark. There was one game I was looking up, and I heard it's really bad. They have it on Steam. Um, something about butlers. I don't know. There's something to do with butlers, and I heard it's really bad. Like there's some stuff in there. I watched Cookie play it at one point, and the bit I watched him play was oof. It was rough. So they have some stuff in that game. But anyway, I don't know. I like I said, I'm down for dark stuff, but I have my limit on dark stuff, and that was one of those games that I'm like, I don't know if I'll watch it or not, because I have a limit on certain things, and that was one of those games like, I was like, I'm a little iffy on playing something like that, but alright, so I just confessed. Huh? Wouldn't that be impossible? There's no way people can really see the guardian tigers. Really? Don't you know it's absolutely possible? No, I mean, how could I? Why else would you ask Dad about it? Well, I just wanted to know about our family if we had that kind of history. Yeah, Rescue, it's a bad game. Like, basically, I'm gonna say one thing that's in the game, not even gonna fully explain it because it's bad. There's a lot of abuse in that game. Both emotional and physical towards your butlers. It gets pretty bad. What do you mean, Rescue? Did you actually play that game? Or you talk about just you wouldn't play it? Because I was like, I'm for very rough stuff, but I watched that game and I was like, this is too rough. Like, I couldn't play something like that. Especially with something like a stream. I don't mind rough stuff when it comes to sexual content, but that was a little too far. That was one of those cases where I'm like, this is too much. So, and I could not, I don't think I could play something like that. It was too much for me. And I'm a pretty open guy, but. So, have you seen one? Or was it just your imagination? I'm gonna actually look that up real quick. Like I said, guys, I know I keep going off on tangents. I really am sorry that I'm going on tangents, because I want you guys to enjoy this, and I know what you came here for, so I apologize. It is called Hadaki Shitsuji Naked Butlers. That's look like I tried to say that name the best I could. And it is on Steam. But as soon as you click the link for it, it tells you this game is marked as adult only. Like but I heard it's really bad. I heard it has some really bad stuff in it. And you could just read the mature content description, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is really bad. Like it has some stuff in it. What game did you delete? If you don't mind me asking. Were you talking about the Butler one, or were you talking about something else? It's not my imagination, but all too real. Yeah, the Guardian Tiger is actually right here next to me. He can speak too. Speak? Really? Liao, little bro, you feeling okay? Any signs of fever? I know it sounds hard to believe, so I'd understand if you don't. I also couldn't believe it at first, so I wanted to ask Dad about it. But he just said it's impossible. Liao, you know it's normal for most people to think like that. You're special. They can't see the things you can. I know, but that doesn't mean I'm not stressed out because it's only me. Liao, who are you talking to? It's nothing. I was just talking to the guardian tiger. For real? This is weird. What do you mean? Well, why can't I see any guardian tigers then? Alright. Yeah, Risque, let me know. I'd be interested in. Like I said, it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to play because I have a limit. Like I said, I have a big limit on certain stuff. I already had a limit playing extracurricular activities. Just for anybody who has or has not played Chester's Route, there is a very dark scene like halfway through the current route, and I was really feeling iffy on it. When I play this game, I'll still deal with it, but I will give a heavy warning. Like if you're very squeamish about this kind of thing, you might not want to watch this episode. It gets pretty bad. Could it be that statue you took to Taipei? It is, yes. So, is your guardian tiger really small? No, actually he's huge, at least 2 meters tall. So a huge one came from that tiny statue. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, what's his name? Name? I don't know. I don't have a name. Gods are usually named by humans. He says that he doesn't have a name. Names are given by humans. Really? So why not give him a name? Well, I never thought to do that. So he really doesn't have a name? As far as he's telling me. Guardian Tiger, do you want a name? Yes, he does. I'm a Guardian Tiger too. It's super awkward every time you call the old man Guardian Tiger. Oh, but Senpai. Well, I don't really care. I'm just a small god. It would be unusual for me to have a name. If it's causing that little kitten to feel awkward, that's all the better. So you're just trying to bully me now. Although I do suppose that Liao choosing a name for me would be nice as well. It is a sign of a strong bond between a god and their worshipper. Oh, when you put it like that, I'd rather Liao not give you a name. I know. Liao, why not name me instead? Aren't you already Yan Suichi? That's your senpai's name, not my name. Liao, please, help choose one for me. Kid, stop being a pest to Liao. Liao, what's going on? Oh, nothing. Guardian Tiger was just saying. So the Guardian Tiger is really right there next to you, talking. Yeah. Wow, really? So can I ask a few questions sometime? Sure. That might not be the worst idea. If we're asked anything I don't know, like possession or worship rituals, I might even learn something new, but on the other hand... Well, if I ask some questions, I could prove you really are seeing a Guardian Tiger for sure. What, you don't believe me yet? Nothing is certain until we make it certain. I mean, you have to be nuts to be lying to me at this point, but it's pretty hard to believe. I just want to make sure. It's alright if you don't believe me. It might even have been best if I didn't tell you at all. Well, too late. You already told me. But still, I'm kind of sad you're the one who gets to see a Guardian Tiger and I can't. I mean, I've only been able to see him pretty recently. It'd probably be better if my brother was the one who could see Guardian Tigers and not me. After all, he's a G-Tong already. But it was always because of Leopard that I got this power. If Leopard gave to my brother instead, then it could have been an even bigger problem for my family. But please don't tell Dad about this. I know I won't, but be more careful. Just don't reveal things to people you'll regret later. And you really need to find better hiding place for your manga. Oh no! Oh, he found our manga. Oh god. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh gosh. What? What, bro? Don't worry, I put him in a better hiding place. Just be more careful, okay? When you come back home, I'll tell you where I hid him. Oh, okay. Thanks, bro. No problem. Talk to you later. I hang up. Well, that was sudden. My brother found my doujins, and now I've told him about Guardian Tiger as well. What have I done? Leah, were you okay? No, not really. Why did I have to go and tell them? Now the whole family's just gonna find out. Well, I suppose all the gods back home already know, so it's not a big issue. What? Clairvoyant and clairdistance are there. They just haven't traveled here to see you yet, but I am certain they are waiting excitedly for your return. No, I really don't want to go back. Don't worry about it. It says don't worry, but I'm absolutely still worried. I know I'm just searching for someone to believe me, but opening up to my brother might not have been a great idea. Maybe I should have just said that I don't know anything. I take a deep breath and look back to my computer. The website I was searching through with Tiger is still up on the screen. Alright, that's what I was doing. I let out a deep sigh. At least that's over with. Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have told him. Now his brother's just gonna think, like, I think his brother probably believes him, but he's probably like, gonna freak out, like, holy crap, like, he can see spirits, and this, like, everybody rushes over, and Leon's like, I just want a normal high school life, college life. It's Friday. Another week's go by, and another week going by, and I still have no clue what to do. Leo! What? Somebody jumps out of nowhere, determined to get my attention, shocking the living daylights out of me like usual. Hey, this week, oh, he looks so happy. He's so happy. I love it. Hold on, guys, let's look up something. Also, sorry guys if the stream's going on a little longer than I planned to, but I am trying to kind of want to finish at least one route. I feel, I've never heard of that. Is it that bad? Actually, I'm curious now. Give me 1 second. I want to look that up now. Second. Uh-oh. This is only $2. Open encounter. You must be logged in to see this content. Well, good thing I'm already logged on to Steam. I'm a little worried. It was really that bad, sir? Sorry. Oh, well, it says free to play, actually. Marked as adult only, oh boy. Oh boy, usually when I see a game marked that's adults only, I usually know it's probably pretty graphic. I don't know, I want to give it a try, but what you just said kind of makes... Oh, it's early access, that's new. I'm not saying that's bad. Oh, our team consists only of 2 developers. I don't know, because you made me feel a little awkward about that, but I might give it a try. But anyway, this is the game I was referring to. The other one I was referring to. Like I said, I will not be playing it. If that's your thing, by all means, have fun. But I draw a line at a certain point. But in case anybody is interested in knowing what I was talking about earlier, this is what the game is called. That's how it's spelled. Alright, anyway, back to the game. Alright. Hey, this weekend, let's go out together! Again, Senpai, you always want to go out. Aren't you tired? Weekends are for having fun with your free time. Come on, Liao, aren't you bored of staying in all day? Oh, I'm fine with staying in. It's a great chance to get a rest. With the 3 cats around, it's hard enough to take care of them every day. Then they always want to go out on the weekends, too. Sometimes I just want a day with nothing to do. Just to stay at home, rest, and take my mind off things. And this weekend, there's Qingming, the Tomb Sweeping Festival coming up, which means we should go to it. You always want to go somewhere every week. But this is way different than all of those weekends. It's the perfect time of the season to go to a festival. What's so special about this season? Come on, Liao, think for just a second. Well, it's spring. We already went to the hot springs, and you can't say there's many cherry blossoms in Taiwan. Cherry blossoms getting warmer. Perhaps there's another tree I'm thinking of. Taiwan doesn't have any blossom festivals. What do you mean? You really don't know what I'm talking about, do you, Liao? I'm talking about tongue blossoms. Tongue blossoms? What? How don't you know about tongue blossoms? They're literally everywhere. So soon, all the tongue blossom gardens are going to be full of tourists wanting to see them, meaning now's the best time to go. Ads promoting the Haku Tongue Blossom Festival have been everywhere. How have you not seen one by now? Huh? The Haka Tongue Blossom Festival? Well, I can't say I've really looked it up, but this has to be the best time to see them regardless, so we should go together. Flower blossoms, huh? I don't actually know what tongue blossom look like, but I guess a tongue blossom garden is probably going to be pretty similar to cherry blossom 1. Oh, and you know, thank you again. Decadence, I can't say your name properly. Also, Decadence, I really appreciate you stopping by the stream. For a while, I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar, and then I was like, go to my Twitter real quick, like, oh, that's where I know him from. I really do appreciate you coming over. I don't know who else is here, but I appreciate anybody else is here too. It's really nice to have people enjoy what I stream. Like I said, actually, surprise. Oh, I guess it's not too surprised. I've been kind of on a hiatus, and also a hiatus with my subscribers. Ironically, I think the subscriber count has kind of stayed the same. I'm glad it hasn't got any lower, thankfully. But just got to put out more great content for you guys. So where can we go to see them? Well, the best tongue blossom cards are in... We're not saying those names. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I don't want to butcher anything. And Maoli. As much as I'd love to show you my hometown covered in a sea of blossoms, you probably don't want to go that far. The places around here are really nice, too. So where are they around here? The mountain way beyond our campus is known as Wonderful Gardens, a perfect day trip for the 2 of us. Huh? That's actually not that far out, but since it's in the mountains, that means we have to hike up, don't we? You don't like hiking? Oh, it's not that. I'm just thinking out loud. Honestly, it sounds a lot nicer than usual. Liao, Liao, let's go look at some shops full of stuff we can't buy. I don't know why, but I prefer places that don't have many people around. I can relate to that. Okay, so what do we need to bring? Well, we can bring stuff for a picnic. It won't be much to put together. I could even do it all for you if you want. Yeah, sounds good. I'm all for it, but I'm not sure about how the other 2 feel about it. I turned to look at the other 2 cats. The tiger shrugged his shoulders, and the leopard is just sitting there looking blankly like usual. I take no issue with this outing. So then, we're set! We're gonna go see the flower blossoms tomorrow. And that's how yet another weekend was planned out for me. Oh boy. If this is the part that I remember. It's so cold! Yeah, the air up here is super refreshing. Are you even capable of feeling cold, Senpai? It's already April. Who needs a jacket this time of year? This high up, of course you need a jacket. Oh, yeah, can't handle a cool breeze. But you have fur. That's hardly fair. Well, not really. Tiger and leopard are spirits, so it's not like they feel the cold. Enough, you two. Kitten, don't encourage Liao to catch a cold. Oh, this old man's always telling you to put more clothes on, Liao. It's such a pain to have to put a bunch of clothes on just to take them off again. Oh, more of a pain than getting sick. What game is it that you get sick in? I'm thinking... Oh, wait, never mind. Now I know what game I'm thinking about. Leopard comes over to me. Before I work out what he's doing, he presses his paws against my ears, sending his warmth right through me. It really cuts through the cold. Oh, thank you. Oh, I want to try. Somebody runs over and gives me a big hug. Kitten. Yay! I love you, Risque. Yeah, he probably does. I think even during his NSFW scene, I think his face is still pretty like static. I'm like, dude, that's so weird. It's funny though. I get with it. I do like I said, I like everybody. But just Leopard Cat's my favorite, but I still think all the characters are fantastic. Fantastic. I was expecting Tiger to come over and pull Senpai off of me. Instead, he pulls all of us, including Senpai Leopard, into his arms with one big hug. Okay, I think that's enough. Being hugged by the three of them really is heartwarming, but I'm kind of anxious over someone seeing us. Well, me and Senpai, that is. It's weird for two guys to be hugging like this out in the open. Liao, just admit your feelings. It's okay. It's a lot better than it used to be. People are a lot more open with these feelings. You can be gay, Liao. It's okay. Let your gayness flow for these wonderful boys. Hey, okay. I did think to try and push them off me, but I knew I wouldn't be able to, so I just stand there, enjoying their warm care and affection. They let go of me, eventually. Worried about anyone having seen us, I rushed them to move on. Oh, who's this guy? This is the guy I think about. So that's them, huh? Didn't expect the rumors to be right. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious. Oh boy. Who's that mysterious stranger? We followed Senpai to a small path going up the mountain. Well, this mountain has been built up for tourism. The hiking trails wind all over the place. Without Senpai, we'd probably have gotten lost by now. No, Risque, you mean an ow face. Give him an ow face. I can't stop laughing at this one video I seen of TF2 with furries, and I can't. Every time I watch it, I just laugh so hard because it's true and it's not true. It's like part of it's like yeah, it's kind of true. Let me see. Oh, okay. According to the map, this spot here, this spot over here should be the perfect place to see the flowers. This way. Hey, Senpai, what do tong flowers even look like? Oh, they're white, and when they fall to the ground, it looks like snow. I'm surprised we haven't even run into a few yet. They should be right around. We walked down the path, enjoyed the fresh mountain air, but still not seeing any flowers other than a few bushes growing alongside the hiking trails. Maybe if we go further in. I don't know, that's a good question. Read it and weep, guys. Can cats go ow? Hold on, guys. We go further along the trail until we come across a series of stone steps. Imagine how many steps they'd have to bring out here to make all these steps. The neatly placed stone walkways make hiking up a mountain feel like a leisurely walk through the park. A little further on, and the walkway ceased to be paved with stone, becoming dirt paths, stamped out by visitors over decades of use. Thankfully, the weather has been nice the last few days, so it wasn't muddy. How weird, all this way in and still no flowers. You think we went the wrong way? Or maybe... Maybe what? Senpai didn't answer, just kept walking quickly ahead. The map held tightly in his hand. There was nothing I could do but follow. It should be around here. We arrived at a place that looked like an abandoned farm with a small hut on the far side. Next to the empty field stood a grand tree, its shade reaching out over the ground below, where a large boulder laid beneath. It seemed like the perfect place to sit and have a rest. Well, this must be the spot, but I guess the tree hasn't started blooming yet. Bummer. So this is a tongue tree? Yeah, a really big one too, but I guess we're here early. And Maoli, the flowers should be blooming right about this time of year. That would probably be because we are in the north. The king in the north! The king in the north! What difference does that make? Taipei is further north than Maoli, so perhaps the flower season begins later? Well, that can't be right. I just wanted to bring Liao up here to see the flowers blossom together. Senpai, I still think this place is really nice. Isn't it the perfect time to have our picnic anyway? It's a shame we didn't see the blossoms. Tongue tree? I said tongue. Oh, shut up! I hope that's how you say it. I'm not multi-language. Oh, I can't say words today. But I didn't know what to expect anyway, so it's not like I feel like I missed out on anything. Maybe there's still another way. Somebody runs over the tree, holding his paws against the trunk. Maybe if I do this... Liao, just wait for a second. I'm gonna try something pretty hard. Whoa, really? Senpai stands before the tree, puts his paws up to his chest, and performs some kind of ritualistic hand sign. A green aura slowly starts to emit from within him. Tiger and Leopard seem kind of nervous. What's going on? The green aura quickly surrounds the tree, slowly seeping into it. As this happens, the tree begins to shake irrespective of the breeze. Some of the flower buds begin to open up on top of the tree. Suddenly, as if a wave of energy has shot down the tree, all the flowers blossom at once. A sea of white petals cover the branches of the ground tongue tree before me. Some of them even begin to fall to the lone boulder below. It's breathtaking. Not bad. Pretty. I go over to pick up one of the tongue petals. It's pure white, not a blemish to be seen. The flowers even had pollen inside them. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought the petal had blossomed normally, just like any other. Senpai, that was awesome. Amazing, wasn't it? It may only be one tree, but now you get to see the tongue blossoms, Liao. Senpai, I thought you didn't have any god powers. How'd you manage something like that? Oh, I've had the powers ever since I became a yaoguai. You don't learn tricks like that from a local god of soil, after all. Oh. Well, now that I've prepared some wonderful scenery, let's hurry up and dig into our picnic. Senpai swiftly takes a blanket out from his backpack and spreads it down between falling tongue petals. If hikes mean picnics, then picnics mean I needed to pack heaps of sweets to give us the energy to make it back home. So what do you have in store for us, Liao? Sweets? We aren't kids, you know, Mr. Big College Senpai. Well, I say cherish your youth. Senpai drops his backpack down and takes out some cookies, crackers, and an assortment of pastries. I mean, you could eat that all in one go, but it's hardly a proper meal. So, what delectable treats did Liao bring? Open my backpack and silently take out a bento box I prepared earlier this morning. I made it while Senpai was still sleeping. I never cooked, so I just used some recipe I found on the internet, so it probably didn't turn out any good. Not to mention those mistakes I made while putting it together. Thankfully, Tiger was there to help me fix them. I tried my best to cook a variety of vegetables and meat. At the very least, it should be good for me. What? It's almost like your wife cooking their husband a delicious meal. I would have saved that. It's like you're almost like, oh, it's like you're almost like a wife. Hey, no way! I was just thinking that I should try making a bento for a picnic. Wow, Liao, I never thought you would do that for me. Enough, kid. Liao never said he made it for you. Then who else would he make it for? It's not like you need to eat. After offering it, Liao could certainly eat it all for us. Oh, that would be such a waste. I don't see how. Liao, you made the bento box for me, didn't you? I taught Liao how to make it. If anything, it should be an offering to me. Liao's bento, I want. Wait, it's only a bento. I quickly hide the bento behind my back to keep it away from any funny ideas they might have. Hey, no need to bicker over it. I made this for my lunch today. Why would you think I made it for you? But Liao, wouldn't it make more sense to offer to us before you eat it? There's no downside to you at all. I don't know if this choice matters or not, but like I said, Guardian Tiger, so I'm gonna give it to Guardian Tiger. Because I think you have to give a choice. That's true, it'd be kind of mean to not let you guys have it for no reason. What? Wait, if you did that, everyone would get to eat the bento but me. No fair. You don't need. Risky, you know I'm choosing Guardian Tiger first. Yes, we're going to say no to him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to say no first. I apologize. Oh, cool, Lao, you too. I just want to taste some of Liao's homemade cooking. Is that too much to ask? Senpai looks at me with unconvincing, sad puppy eyes while Tiger and Leopard slowly close in on me. What should I do? We're going with Guardian Tiger, but I'm going to save. Like I said, I'm just going to get with Guardian Tiger's route. Oh, I messed up. Go back. I'm going to go Guardian Tiger's route first. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, after all the routes are done, I will do the DLC. I know this game has DLC. I have never played the DLC yet. Only thing I know is people mentioned about the ending, which the ending apparently is like kind of a cliffhanger. It's a weird cliffhanger ending. So, but I still play through it. We're gonna go Guardian Tiger, guys. I'm sorry. He's first. Whoa, okay. If you guys are gonna be like this, I'll have to pick. I guess I'll offer it to who? What? Leopard cut me off before I could finish. He's being awfully jumpy over this. Probably anxious to hear my answer. Unnerved, I quickly look away. That meat is way too salty, don't you think? Who are you? Like, kiddo, is this the first thing you've ever cooked? You really need to keep working at it. Oh! This is another one that's like, why do you do this to me? It's like, let's just shove all these big, beefy barramen at your face. And furry, not to mention. I know that. Why do you think I was going to eat it by myself? The DLC is, I believe, called A Sunny Day, or Sunny Day. I think it's A Sunny Day. It takes place after the main story and the true ending. Because, yes, this game does have a true ending, technically. And that game takes place right after it. Uh-oh. Decadence is like, Oh, to me, it looked like you were about to offer it to someone. The gift of a nice, warm, homemade bento is a great way to express your affection to someone. It's not like that. Don't jump to conclusions. Aren't these three your suitors, or are they mistaken? You're mistaken. Also, who are you? Don't you know not to go around and steal other people's food? I figured the three of them would just start fighting over it, so I came over here and ate it instead. To help you, of course. That's still stealing. You should at least ask me first. Correct. Usually I would be courteous towards a god of soil such as yourself, but it appears you do not care for such manners. It's easy just to ask. How dare you be so... Huh? God of soil? Yes, something wrong. Oh, this guy looks like a dragon from far away, but he's definitely got the chi of a god of soil. Can't say I've seen any gods like you around here before. Strange man. Everyone's like that. I'm really special, huh? Anyway, guys, I'm Ragu Laurent, a Grand Tree Lord. You could call me Ragu. What? Grand Tree Lord? In other words, he's a god that resides within a tree. Such ancient trees can become a local god of soil when worshipped by the local people. Oh, I see. So there's a tree spirit that looks like a dragon. Okay, what kind of tree looks like that? Not to mention those clothes. Everything about this guy is just weird. Where did he even come from? Well, how do I even begin with you? How dare you steal away the bento Liao made for me? After you've gobbled all over it, there's no way anyone else would want any. No one said it was yours, kid. No one said it was yours either, old man. You just want to call me an old man, don't you? Hey, hold up. We're getting way off topic again. More importantly, this god's a god of soil. If he's a god of soil for real, then I should probably show more respect. Not that the way he's treated me has been respectful at all. But how could a god of soil look like that? I've absolutely never learned about any gods that look like that. Gods of soil can come in many forms, Liao. He may be an odd one, but with chi like that, he's for real. You've got to be the weirdest god I've ever seen. It's true, even though I look unique. Well, at least he's proud of himself, but that doesn't really answer why he's dressed like that. Liao, I think, want to know why different. I guess I've always been like this. I used to be an old tree, then I became a Grand Tree Lord. And then, oh right, these clothes, try and guess what these are. How are we supposed to know where his weird clothes come from? Oh, you're not even gonna try and humor me? Well, might as well tell you. It's a landslide safety net. Oh, you mean those ones along the edges of cliffs to prevent rocks from falling? Exactly. Some rocks fall down and drag this net around me, so all my worshippers started to see me like this. Alright, I guess that makes sense, but why would a Grand Tree Lord look like a dragon? Well, of course my tree trunk looks like a dragon after all. Really? A dragon? Right, some time ago I got struck by lightning. Since then people began to think I looked like a dragon. At first I didn't see it, but one day an artist came to paint me into their canvas. That person painted me as if I were a dragon sleeping in the dark clouds of a thunderstorm. I'm still not sure if I like it, but it was certainly the paintwork of a master artisan. I wasn't wearing any clothes in the painting, but I couldn't go gallivanting around naked now, could I? So instead you gallivant around in a net? Exactly, how very smart of you. I am a college student, you know. So what about the nickname? I couldn't imagine many Grand Tree Lords who would want to be called Ragu. I'm hardly a lord, I've been drawn as a dragon, and people see me wearing this. I don't really suit the formalities, so Ragu it is. Well then, what are you doing here, Master Ragu? Liao, don't be rude. Alright, sorry, but why did you choose to grace us with your presence? There's no need to be so serious about it, kid. I just like talking with my worshippers. And be as non-godly as possible while doing so. That's not to mean people shouldn't respect their gods, of course. I don't like all that formal talk. It just gets in the way of what really matters. This guy really is a unique god, that's for sure. But why did you choose to talk to us? Not to mention, steal my bento. I wanted to see you guys. See us? You guys are famous, don't you know? Huh? Famous? How could that be? A boy who can't channel spirits running around with 3 feline gods? You're what all the yaoguai are talking about all these days. You really didn't know? Why do you want spaghetti? Actually, that does sound good. I'm thinking what I'm doing for dinner. I'm not cooking tonight. I'm actually going out some. But I'm trying to think what I want. I'm like, do I want Chinese food? Just a regular plain old cheese steak? I don't know. I'm very conflicted. Not no. What? No way! I guess I haven't really talked to any other yaoguai since I've been dealing with Yansuichi's life, though. I knew this would worry Liao. Huh? Tiger, you knew about this? I know that yaoguai love to gossip, so it's only natural that we garner some attention. Well, I heard you're quite the stud, letting these 3 chase after you, not even making a decision on which one you love. What? That's what they're saying? What do the yaoguai think they know about this? Yaoguai have to entertain themselves somehow. Most of them just play games and read manga all day these days. Oh, you're talking about yeah. Okay, you mean because ragu? Oh yeah, ragu is so good. My favorite sauce for them, if I'm eating spaghetti, is probably the garden combination. Either that or I like the sun-dried tomato and basil. Those 2 are my favorite for the ragu sauce. One of my favorite worshippers gave me a 3DS, so even I play around with it occasionally. It's pretty fun. What? How? Well, pressing the buttons is no problem for me, but I wouldn't play with any worshippers watching, of course. Wait, that's not important. What other rumors are there about us? Just as I said, you let these 3 dot over you, never given anything in return. I would say it could be seen as taking advantage of them. It's not like that. They're the ones who came looking for me. Sure, they want me to go off and help them, but there's no way I can make such big promises to them. That's why we're stuck like this. Not to mention, all 3 of them are male. Even if the yaoguai are being really open-minded about it, they surely can't expect me to want to be like that with all 3 of them. Oh, so you see these 3 as dudes. What? How else would I see them? Oh, risque. I love that comment. Gossip and tea. Yaoguai are so different from us gays. So that's how it is in your eyes. Am I male as well? Yes, a young dragon man. I was thinking of myself as a jolly old ant. Gods don't have genders after all. Worshippers see their gods as whatever gender they imagine them to be. The way you see them isn't necessarily how they really are. Basically, you could just be seeing them as the gender you like the most. Ooh. Oh, man. That's pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of cool. Literally, they're genderless, so literally they're gendered based on the person seeing them. Or literally sexuality of the person seeing them. Huh? What? I thought that I'd be seeing beastmen just because they're animal gods. That's normal, right? I guess different worshippers perceive gods differently according to what they themselves believe. After all, I've heard stories about Gonyin being male or female, but I never thought their genders weren't actually a set thing. Well, at least I know Senpai is a... Oh! Oh, man! Liao, I only possess Yansuichi after learning which way you swing. Gay or straight, everybody loves the boy with a baby face, right? What are you talking about? However you go about it, from the perspective of the yaoguai, it does kind of look like you're leading them on. Like that bento could probably be taken as you wanting them to fight over you. It's not like that's what I meant to happen. How could you think like that? I'm just a guy. They're gods. So you've never heard of men who've fallen in love with gods before? Plenty of stories. Need we go back to Greek and Roman history? You must have been misinformed. Well, Liao, we all are living together after all. Senpai, please don't make it worse. I don't see your statements as correct at all. Us gods couldn't possibly have romantic feelings for Liao. All I wish for him is that he ignores the other two and returns home after graduation. A relationship is the furthest thing on my mind. I understand his words, but that doesn't make hearing them any better. The conversation is going to be lost on Leopard, which is probably for the best. Alright, I'll just stop messing with you. It's fine, I know they don't feel that way. Well, maybe except for the little... Don't call me little! Alright then, Leopard Cat. But with the rumors being what they are, I had to come and see for myself. So, kiddo, do you really have no romantic feelings towards these cats? None at all! Really, at the very least, you're all so close to each other, I'd say whatever happens, you'll still make great companions. Great companions? Would that really be how it works out? You still don't know everything. You don't even know what they're asking me to do. Please say, what if they come to request from you? A Chitong, a priest, an oracle? I would have to choose one of those roles and perform it for years for just one of them, perhaps even my whole life. I can't just make a promise like that to all of them. So then, I guess you'll have to promise that to the one you wish to be together with for life. Why'd you have to put it like that? Isn't that how it is? Whoever you choose will be your companion for life. As difficult of a decision it is to make, it is a bit disrespectful to the gods by having them follow you everywhere in anticipation. I never thought of it like that. You can't put off this decision forever. I'd say you choose the companion you get along with best and stay together with them. I feel like Cloud Leopard is a person that has feelings towards Liao, but I feel like they're not like sexual feelings, like more like romantic. Like I feel like he does feel really close to Liao, so asexual technically, because they did admit that gods don't really have romantic feelings towards people. Well, I don't know if I believe the romantic part, but I believe the sexual part. I feel like it's more they can have romantic feelings towards a human or lower being than them, but they just don't have sexual feelings towards them. Because, I mean, that's just the way they are. That's just the way the gods are. It's not like that's an easy thing to choose. Not to mention, there's other choices I want to do in life. No matter what, the influence of others will always change your path. Like, oof! Oof, this hits me hard! Oof, this hits me so hard with the way my life's going right now. No matter what, the influence of others will always change your path. Like, yeah, it's not wrong about that. Man, who are you telling? Imagine if you had a relationship with another human. Wouldn't that change your life just the same? That doesn't make it any easier. Even if I refuse all three, it's none of your business. After seeing how stressed you are over this, I want to come and help. You are dealing with God, so of course it's of interest to all of us. I want to make my own decision. Please, I don't want you trying to make my own decisions for me. You're unique, kiddo, and because of that, your affairs matter to us gods. As annoying as it is, he's not wrong. Even if a perfect way to sell this doesn't exist, I think you should still decide as soon as possible. Taking up the time of all three of them is just going to come across as disrespectful. I don't mind. It's fine as long as Liao goes home after graduation. Sorry, excuse me? He won't have time to go be a temple priest or some Aborigine's oracle. Stop being selfish, old man. My temple's in dire straits as it is. Well, things wouldn't be so bad for you if you went back to being a yaoguai. And what if my Furigang loses all their spirit power? That's all that will happen. A god of soils would just lose their power. It's not like they would die. If the local people don't feel the need to worship them, then that's just how it is. Please just stop, you two. It's hard enough to decide as it is without you making each other cry. This really is difficult for me. I know you're under pressure, but putting it off won't help. You won't make any progress like that. Maybe, unless something else comes. Liao must quickly come Wutai, something bad. What is it? Danger. We must warn them. Every temple has stories about gods helping their worshippers ward off some prophecy of doom. Sorry, Kulao, but your problem isn't special. Which is exactly why you shouldn't journey off to anyone else's temple. Liao is of the Lin family. You should take care of your own Maozu temple and your family's needs. Running around and saving the worshippers of every temple is a fool's errand. You really are selfish! You're the one being selfish. What a troublesome situation you've gotten yourself into, kiddo. You guys don't get it. I'm not playing around. I'm stressed every day. I feel like I should remind you that the situation will resolve itself. You're gonna keep stressing yourself out over it until you make a decision. I don't think any of them would want you to go through that. I guess so. And the yaoguai, they're spreading rumors. The faster you get this over with, the better. What does that mean? Nothing. Just think who you wish to team up with. No matter what, you'll end up hurting someone. So keep it simple for their sakes. Why do you have to make it sound like I'm breaking up with someone? Am I wrong? After all, their appearances are based on your preferences, not to mention all the things they can help you with. I did hear from somewhere that these gods fulfill a special interest of yours, don't they, kiddo? How do you know about that? So it's true, I was just guessing. Why? The yaoguai are gossiping about me like that, and about that stuff? Thinking about it is almost too embarrassing to handle. Just don't make it too hard on yourself, kiddo. Think about it simply and make a decision earlier. Think simple. Guys, I forgot. There is like another one big part I forgot, so we're probably not finishing this game today. I just thought about it. Because like there's this big section, then there's another one. So actually probably after this section I'm gonna stop. But it's been over 2 hours, so I'm pretty prepared. We only had one issue. Yes, Risque, help. Take my spiritual help advice for you to heart, kiddo. Rocco pets me on the head. Okay, little guy, take it easy. I'll be around here for the next few days if you need me. See ya. Ragu says goodbye with a hearty smile before starting to fade away, as if he wasn't ever here to begin with. Huh, wait! He was gone. What kind of god just brings up a topic like that and then just leaves? What a weird god. I would never have foreseen that he would bring that up. I would have told him not to tell you if I had the chance. Why? I'd have figured it would make you uncomfortable, and I was most likely correct. You should just ignore the yaoguai gossip until it fades away. There's no harm to come from it. The Ragu was kinda right, Liao. You shouldn't just keep waiting until something bad happens. So let's head off from Maoli as soon as possible. Senpai, please. But we get along so well. It'd be so nice just to be with Liao forever. I don't know. Please don't say things like that. Pepper raised a paw and gently tapped Senpai on the head. Senpai plays along, acting stunned as if he just smacked him. Finally, able to collect my thoughts, I looked back towards the picnic and bento laid out before us. Now that Ragao has taken a bite out of the chi, would any of them even want to eat it? So, what do we do about the bento? All three of them remained silent. None of them wanted the bento anymore. Yeah, so this choice doesn't matter. There was a kind of a weird mood, but I should still eat my lunch. I did make it for myself after all. I picked up my chopsticks and looked down at the bento. All the pieces of roasted meat laid untouched in a tidy row, but I couldn't help but recall Ragu picking up one and eating it. I sit down for a moment to calm myself. Ragu was correct. Postponing my decision isn't going to help anything. Nothing good will come from just waiting, especially for Senpai. His Foodie Gong's powers probably won't hold out much longer. I always thought I could keep this up until graduation. Time's running out, isn't it? But that doesn't mean I should be hasty. I need to think about this. This is my life we're talking about. I still need to think about what's best for me. If that means I need to refuse all three, I should do it sooner rather than later. However, if it was so easy to make them leave, then I wouldn't have to stress out over it. What should I do? I raised my chopsticks, about to snatch up some lunch, then suddenly... Okay, it does affect. Tiger grabs the bento away. Of course, the real bento is still in my lap, but now he's taking chi of it. With 2 fingers, he picks up a piece of meat and places it into his mouth. I did my best to help you with the recipe, but it still turned out like this, despite my best efforts. Wait, you're eating it? Is it really that bad? It's a bit too salty and oily. But as the efforts of a beginner, this is sufficient first try. Furthermore, there is plenty of room for improvement. So let us practice more another time and make some delightful food together. Oh, we're gonna make food with Tiger. Oh, he's such a good daddy. He's such a good daddy. Sure, whenever we get a chance. It's not easy to use the kitchen in my apartment. If I set everything up to cook every day, they'd just complain because I'm taking up too much space all night. But, Tiger, is it okay for you to eat that? Ragu already had a bite after all. It does smell unusual, but that doesn't affect the taste. I simply couldn't let it go without knowing how it turned out. Oh, sorry to trouble you. No problem, after all, it was me who helped make it. Oh, Risky, stop! Man, I need a... Listen, guys, I need a hubby so bad. I told you, I'm such a romantic. I find that so freaking cute. Watching my hubby just eat my food despite being black charcoaled and smoking. And then I'll drive them to the hospital and be like, it was worth it. Tiger swallowed another piece of meat, then another, seeming to enjoy it all the same. Watching him eat just reminds me of my own hunger. I pick up a small piece of meat and put it into my mouth. It's too salty and too oily, but that's probably from the meat getting cold. I swallow it down with a mouthful of rice. The rice helps the taste, but I still wouldn't call it great. Next time I'll have to do better than this. Moving on, I try the rest of the meal. The fried veggies taste a bit metallic, and the tamagoyaki was soggy. But for some reason, I didn't find that too bad, huh? I guess I like soggy tamagoyaki. Tiger and I sit together quietly eating our bento. Once we finish eating, I pick up the leftover rubbish. We have to keep the field clean after all. Senpai pulls out a bottle of juice and passes it to me. I take a swig and lay down against a rock under the tree, taking in the breezy scenery around me. Clouds had gathered over a distant mountain peak, creating fog and shades of white and gray. A thick haze obscures the lush forest underneath. Even though it's spring, cold air still blows through these mountains. I zip up my jacket and let myself relax a little. As I look up, I see some tongue flower petals drift down onto my shoulders. I brush them off, leaving them to fall on the picnic blanket below. Brilliant white petal snow forming around me, a petal at a time. Leo, you want to bring some of the tongue flowers home with us? Home? But where would we put them? I watched the petals fall into the picnic blanket. Senpai made them blossom just for me. The fallen flowers didn't have stems, so I guess a vase wouldn't even work. For flowers like this, placing them on a plate with some water should suffice. In that case, they should keep nice for several days. Huh? Really? I imagine a picture of serenity as the tongue flowers drift along the water on a nice little plate on my bookshelf. But how would we get them home without crushing them? That's the problem. They get crushed in a bag. Maybe if we wash the bento box and put them in that? Won't they just smell like food then? Shame I didn't bring any soap. Wait, what kind of person would bring soap to a picnic? Packing an extra box would make way more sense. Senpai gathers the flower petals in a small pile about the size of a fist. They're beautiful, but I couldn't imagine how to keep them pristine during the trek back home. As I watched Senpai gather more flowers, I thought through what to do. This lasts just a moment as my attention shifts to a leopard walking over to the tongue tree. Oh, I love the scene! Time to save. I love the scene. It's like such a cute picture. Before I know it, Leopard throws the flowers up in the air, holding his paws around the flowers as if he were about to catch them as they fall. However, none of the flowers fall back down. Instead, Leopard must be using his powers to suspend them in the breeze. Wow, Kulao, that's a cool move! Quite the waste of your divine powers. Leopard looks around a bit while keeping the flowers suspended over his paws. Soon enough, Senpai comes over with his backpack. Kulao, can you keep the flowers floating around inside my bag? Yes. All the way down to the mountain? Yes. Yeah, 3 cheers for Kulao. Now we can take the flowers home thanks to him. Senpai dances happily around Leopard. It's nice to be able to take the flowers home and all, but does he really need to be so excited about it? Leo's gonna decorate the room with these blossoms. I guess so. And whenever you see the blossoms, you'll think of me. Why would I? Because I'm the one who thought to bring them home. I mean, Leopard's the one who's actually let us be able to bring them home. But, don't you think I'm beautiful just like a tongue blossom? How so? Oh, whoa! Leo's treating my best boy so poorly. I'm sorry. Somebody's thrown with shock, so I walk over and help Leopard open the bag so he can float the petals inside. Leo, do you like flowers? I guess so. It's a long way up here. If anything, it's a nice idea to bring them back as souvenirs for this trip. I zip the backpack up. The bag's kind of full already. Are the flowers really floating around inside? I wonder if they'll end up getting crushed during the walk home anyway. I'm not so sure, but Leopard's face remains unchanged, so I guess it's okay. Well, now that we got our souvenirs, we should head back, right? But it's still so early! Are there any more places to see? We could always try that trail and see if it leads us to any pretty places. I guess Senpai's idea isn't bad, but it took ages for us to get here. I'm just worried about going out too far at this point. The paths are well marked, but I'm still afraid of getting lost. We don't really know where these paths go, and we'll be in big trouble if it gets dark and we can't find our way back. It's just a bit past midday. I just don't want to go too far from the metro station. Yeah, you're right. Getting lost out here would suck. But, since we have extra time, we can catch the metro back and still go and check out some of the shops before dinner. Yeah, sure. Senpai and I plan out our trip back down the mountain. Aww. Senpai and I plan our trip back down the mountain. As we backtrack our steps on the map, none of us mention our encounter with that weird god of soil. I wonder if it was awkward for all of them too. Alright, everyone ready to head back to the station? I start packing up the remains of our picnic. Afterwards, we head off back down the mountain. The pathways were narrow, so we end up walking a single file. Walking into a line doesn't make it easy to strike a conversation, but I guess all of us had something to think over in our heads after today. It really was a lot quieter than on the way up this morning, but words to start a nice conversation just could have come to me. Ragu, do the other yaoguai really think that I'm just keeping those three around just to take advantage of them? I mean, I don't know any of these yaoguai, so why should I care what they think? That doesn't stop me from feeling annoyed over everything they think about me, though. But I do care about how those three feel. Do they think that I'm just keeping them around because of some selfish wish to have them all to myself? Probably not, or at least I don't think that they do. Definitely not Senpai. After all, he's the one always trying to make everything about romance, not me. But I guess it would be true that by not deciding anything with him, he just ends up trying to please me, trying to make me want to like him. Tiger and Leopard wouldn't think like that, would they? Tiger knows me, he knows my troubles, he knows my likes, but even then he says he's not interested in romance. He just doesn't speak enough for me to even take a guess as to what he's thinking about. I really do hope he doesn't think I'm using him. I should ask him what he really thinks if I get the chance. I look around towards the three of them walking single file down the narrow and winding mountain path. Some distance separates each of us. Will this be a good time to ask them? But how am I going to do it? It's embarrassing, but I've got to just suck it up and go for it. Oh. Pause. I mean, not pause, save. Like I said, so after this part, we're going to stop. I thought I'd be done in like 2.5 hours. Like this game's a little bit longer. I think there's one more big part and then the climax. So I'm probably gonna stop at this part. We're gonna finish Tome 1. It's the next day though. So Guardian Tiger, of course. Perhaps it's best to ask Tiger about stuff like this. I'm more comfortable talking to him. Tiger, what do you think about what Ragu said? Like I've already said, you shouldn't take heed over silly rumors. It was distasteful for him to tell you. Right, but with what they say about me, you don't think I have any of those kind of feelings towards you, do you? I'd be flattered, Liao, but I am a god, so perhaps it would be better for you to find a real boyfriend. So you think I should be with a human? It is a big difference. Just think, gods don't have bodies. It's impractical. Other people can't see it, so it would be unrealistic to do any normal couple activities in public. And on top of that, some gods are tied to their land, never able to leave it. You wouldn't be able to get married. Well, I guess you probably don't want to get married. That's offensive. I think this game was worked on at a different time. I mean, again, this isn't like that. But then again, I also have to remember this was made in a different country, so maybe in that country it is still not considered okay to be gay. I'm like, we have legal marriage in the United States, but I know other countries. I mean, it's getting better, but I think there's still a good amount of countries that don't have it. Risque, stop. That's why say that with this music? I'm gonna cry now. And actually, I think oh man, that reminds me of one of his good endings. I think I got his good ending before, and it's so heartbreaking. Like it's like he just like cries to Tiger, and it's like oh, and Tiger's just like he just doesn't understand. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose again. You wouldn't be able to get married. Well, I guess you probably don't want to get married. Even if you could channel spirits, maintaining a relationship with a god is a hassle, one that is best to avoid. Tiger, why don't you tell that to Zeus? Cause man, dude, Zeus couldn't have had any more relationship with humans. Well, even other gods he had him with. Like it was man who, Zeus was a player. I guess that's true, but you know I like beastmen, and as you know, those don't exist. So wouldn't an animal god like yourself be a good alternative? Indeed, but that's only about appearances. You can't have a romance just founded on appearances now, can you? I guess that's also true. God shouldn't just care for one worshipper. As such, to be in love with one would be strange. Yeah, I get that you don't want me getting involved with you. I understand what he said, but his words felt detached. Tiger, what if I really don't go home after graduation? Would you care about what I do? What would you do? That's a... That's a puzzling question. Of course I wish for you to go home, but if you must have your own plans, that's fine too. Does this mean you have decided to become a dancer? No, it's just... Ragu urged me to decide as soon as possible, but choosing one of you means that I would have to leave Taipei. Didn't I just inform you not to get yourself involved with any gods? I don't mean it like that, I only mean to help you guys. But no matter what, that would mean I'd have to leave, right? I don't want that. But the idea of refusing all of you makes me feel horrible. Liao, you know that you can't help everyone. If you really want to help people, you should help your family and the temple first. There are many worshippers who need you there. But, Tiger, I don't know if I should say this. What do you intend to say? The last time I was there, everyone back home seemed to be actually doing well. All they pray for is wealth, love, and peace. For the most part, everyone's happy. The yaoguai don't cause trouble, and everyone's big problems are just a part of everyday life. Honestly, Senpai could be the one who actually needs my immediate help. Without worshippers, he may... Stop joking around. Don't believe that little yaoguai's wit. You don't know how his situation really is. Don't call me a little yaoguai. What are you two getting so excited about over? Nothing. Really? It doesn't feel like it's nothing. Is everything okay? Yes, it's nothing. Really. Liao, don't take what he says too hard. If that old man's bullying you, let me know. I would never bully Liao. Really? With all that yelling? What else could it be? I just... Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Just try to keep it nice. The two of them walk off down the track ahead of us. Tiger waits until they're out of earshot before continuing. Liao, all they've said is but the surface of their problems. I do not believe you should promise anything until you know what they truly want. Still, I'd have to go there to see for myself. Liao, do you really not wish to come home? It's not like that, I just... Oh, it's another choice. I'm trying to remember which one's for the good one. I'm trying my best to get the good ending. I kind of forgot what the good ending is for him. I'm gonna look it up. Give me a second. Find the good ending. I think it's I don't want to be tied down, I think. I think it is. I don't want to be tied down. I don't know. What if I just really don't feel like going home? Isn't it just because of those two? Liao, I don't mind if you stay in Taipei, but you are Ji Tong, a son of Lin family. I cannot feel right if I were to let you run off to someone else's temple. Maybe I just don't want to be a Lin family Ji Tong. I came to college in Taipei to get away from my family. I can understand if you don't wish to go home, but at least don't break your ties to your family. I wouldn't, but if you go join the Aborigine tribe, it would be just like leaving the Lin family. Same thing for that kitten. To ask you to serve another temple, the audacity. If you were to do that, I could not promise that I would be able to stay with you anymore. So, if I go to help others, you wouldn't come along? It's not my place to go. My place is at your home. You could make it back by yourself. I'd have to request that you send my statue back to the temple. And in theory, what if I didn't? Liao, please don't be like that. It's okay, I know. What if I stay in Taipei? Would you stay with me all the time? Of course, Taipei is a big city to stay in alone. Yeah, let me think about it. This music is so... Tiger pats my head. I know you are under a lot of stress. Keep things simple for yourself. The troubles of those two cats aren't yours to begin with. But I would feel bad if I didn't help. You know you should never have had to carry such burdens. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's such a Karen daddy. Done talking, we catch up together and walk down to the metro station. Sometimes I seemed a bit peeved. I guess I didn't really give him much attention on the way back. To try and make up for it, I should buy some of Senpai's favorite snacks for him, but I guess I should buy some of the stuff Tiger wanted as well. After everything today, I feel like I had to, so I ended up getting stuff for both of them. My poor wallet. Aww. It was a few days after our trip into the mountains. Qingming, the Tomb Sweeping Festival, is coming up soon. Now that I think about it, I should have bought a ticket in advance if I wanted to go, but I've been too busy with schoolwork to get around to it. It's too late anyway, maybe next year. Also, Dad ended up calling me. He went on about me coming home during the break, but I just deflected by talking about my exams right afterwards, saying I was planning to stay and study. He didn't argue. Liao, I understand your predicament, so I'll ask only once. Are you certain you don't want to go home during your break? Yeah, I just don't feel ready. That's a shame. It would have been splendid to introduce you to the other gods. Oh, you mean the other guardian tigers? Correct. As I've said before, each statue back home holds a guardian tiger. With your affinity for beastmen, I would assume you'd be overjoyed to be surrounded by so many. The temple back home is really big. There's also heaps of statues. If all the guardian tigers are as big as the one I've seen, there's no way they all fit. I wonder what they do all day. It'd be fun to see all them scattered around the place playing chess, gossiping, and hanging out. But if I go back now, wouldn't they all have a million questions to ask me? I don't think I really want to deal with that. I understand. Well, I can see them being a hassle. I'll just tell them in advance not to smother you all day. Would that be acceptable? They shouldn't ask me about return home, about life in Taipei, about studies, about girlfriends. They don't even know that I'm gay, and I don't really want to explain that. Very true. I'll do my best, but sometimes they do like to joke around. Nevertheless, you must get used to them sooner or later. What about Leopard and Senpai? Wouldn't it be weird for them to come along? It would be best for that leopard to stay behind. Taking an Aborigine spirit to a Han temple would be asking you for trouble. Exactly, that's why I don't think it's best to go back yet. There's too much stuff to take care of first. What about summer break? You cannot stay here for the whole summer. We'll see how it goes. Alright, if that's how it is, quickly make a decision so the others can leave. I know. As much as I don't want to turn anyone away, keeping this up is just going to cause problems. Just thinking about the sign leaves me overwhelmed with nerves, guilt, and worry. Maybe I should do it. Rip it off like a band-aid and just decide already. Oh, I think we're going to save here, guys. Yep, we're going to save here. Alright, guys. This ended up being a lot longer than I was thinking it was going to be. But in all seriousness, I hope everybody's been enjoying. It was nice to get back into the thing. It was nice to get back into the flow of things. I hope that this somewhat made up for my lackluster response lately in my hiatus. We almost spent 2.5 hours doing this. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Again, If you like the video, you feel free to like. If you have any comments or questions for me, feel free to comment on the video or comment on my YouTube page or Twitter. If you follow my Twitter, or if not, just send it to my YouTube. And feel free to let your friends know about me. If you liked what you've seen, and if you feel like what I post. Like I said, I don't plan on only streaming furry visual novels, but that will probably be the majority of what I stream. But yeah, like I said, I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you feel free to spread if you liked me well enough. Oh, it's okay, Decadence. I know we got a little distracted with a lot of questions. That's just how I am. Stuff or questions, usually I will get in depth. I am a big talker. Ironically, I'm a big talker, even though I do not like the sound of my voice. And even though at my real life, I'm pretty quiet. But anyway, I hope you guys had so much fun. I really had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. But without any further ado, this has been Fallen Wolf. Oh! And I hope that you are eager to join my pack. Until next time, bye!